Hey, what's going on, everybody? On YouTube, Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video. And in today's video, I wanted to cover the top 5 concerns / top 5 things that new booksellers just getting started on Amazon need to know. So the 5 things that we're going to be covering and I'm going to be answering is, number 1, what rank should you focus on when you're just getting started and you're starting to scan books? What rank should you buy? Which one should you pass on? Number 2, what's the least amount of profit that you should accept on a book that you're gonna buy and then send into Amazon FBA? Number 3, do I need to be the lowest price on Amazon in order to make money and make sales? Number 4, what's the best scanning app that you should use? And number 5, where should you source books? So let's dive right into this video. And this is gonna be a short video, but right to the point so you can get over this hurdle and the short-term obstacle to start going out there and making money with books. So number 1, what rank should you focus on when you're going after books, when you're maybe a complete beginner and you don't have a ton of experience? What's going on, my reseller treasure, storage auction pirate? Good to see you live. So for me, if you're brand new, and let's just say you're using the Amazon seller app and you're not using Scout IQ, maybe you don't know anything about Keepa charts, you don't know anything about eScore, which we'll talk about afterwards, then I would try to focus on ranks that are under $1 million when you're first getting started. Now, if you're able to get books for less than $1, then if you get books for a quarter or 50 cents, then I would go up to 3 million rank without really understanding the mechanics of how to analyze a deal. But for the most part, books that are ranked under $1 million are going to be safe. They're going to be safer. Now, a better metric to look at is eScore, which we're going to talk about in a little bit when we start talking about scanning apps. But for the most part, I would say anything under 500,000 rank is going to sell pretty quick. 500 to $1 million is pretty solid as well. Not taking into consideration all the mechanics and all the underlining information that you're going to need to know. 1 to 3 million could be a bit longer tail. And then once you get over 3 million, 3 to 5 million, if you don't know what you're doing, and you're starting to spend more than $3, $4, $5, you got to be a bit more careful. So that's like the short answer. I do have a video that's coming out soon that really dives super deep into, all the different rank ranges. And you got to remember, rank is a snapshot in time. It's always moving. A book could be a 4 million rank and sell and be 100,000. And if it's a slow seller, it could be back up to 2 or 3 million rank in a couple of weeks. So you got to understand that rank doesn't mean everything, and really I would look into eScore, which we'll talk about shortly. What's the least amount of profit that you want to accept on a book before you buy it from a library sale, a thrift store, or a garage sale? Now, this is going to depend upon your business model. It's going to depend upon if you have people helping you out. It's going to depend upon how much money you have to invest. But for me personally, I like to make at least a $3 profit on a book, even if it's maybe it's something that's ranked like 2,000. It's gonna be an instant seller. Maybe I have to pay $1 for it. I really don't want to make less than a couple dollars profit. Now, for some folks who only have $50, $100, $200 to start their business, then you might want to go for a bit higher of a profit because you don't want to have your capital caught up in products that are only going to make you a couple dollars. So if I was brand new, if I only had $100, $200, then I'd be much pickier and maybe only go after books that are making $7, $8, $9, $10, $15 profit each. I would get less books, but every time I bought a book, I would make sure it was like faster seller and make sure it had a higher profit. eBay Addicts, we are live. So it really depends. Storage auction pirates, as I always say, you will never go broke making money. But you do have to be careful because I have fallen into the trap of buying anything that makes money. And the next thing you know, I have like tons of products that take a lot of time to list. I'm talking more about eBay. On Amazon, it's quicker to list. But you have to understand, time is money. And if you buy 100 books that make $1 profit, you can make $100 profit, maybe spend 10 hours. But what if you just spent 3 hours and had 3 books that sold for $40 profit each? You'd make more money and save time. So you've got to know what your time is worth and how much money you have to invest. Question number 3, do I need to be the lowest price on Amazon in order to sell my books, in order to make a profit? Absolutely no. When you're selling books on Amazon, there's a bunch of different factors you want to take into consideration. Number 1, the rank. If it's a lower rank, for example, 100,000 rank versus a 500,000 rank, I might price it a little higher just knowing that the sales velocity is moving. And you might have somebody at $12, the next person's at $14, next person's at $16. If those first two sell out at 12 and 14, the lowest price is going to be 16. So if you matched at 12, you could have undercut yourself a bit if you had just priced it a little higher based on the rank being low and knowing the sales velocity was going to be moving. So you don't have to be the lowest price. Other things to look at for social proof are the amount of rankings, right? If a book has like 1,000 feedback, that's social proof that, you know, people are buying this book, that people enjoy this book, they enjoy this product. And usually, you know, rank and the amount of rankings that a book has feedback typically coincide, but not always, but it's something to consider. Also condition. If you have a like new book versus a good, I mean, you're not going to be able to get a ton more money, but somebody might want that better conditioned book. So keep that in mind. Best scanning app, number 4. Scout IQ for me is my, you know, favorite app to use, and it's not only because I'm affiliated with them and I'm good friends with the founder and the owner, Caleb Roth. Big shout out to Caleb Roth. It's because it really is the best, in my opinion. They have something called eScore, which essentially lets you know how many times the book sold, at least one time per day over a 6-month period, and it just gives you so much better confidence when you buy a book versus relying on rank, which is always changing. Again, a book could be 2 million rank, sells today, drops down to 100,000. You buy it, you overpay for it, thinking, wow, this is 100,000 rank, when in all reality, this book is only sold a couple times over 6 months, and now your money's being held in this product, and maybe it takes 5 months to sell, and it doesn't even sell for what you like. So eScore is, you know, a better indicator of how that book's going to sell long term. Number 5, where to source books. Garage sales. Thrift stores are going to be the best place if you're a brand new seller. Goodwill, Salvation Army, Savers, mom and pop thrift stores. Library sales. Library sales are a great place to go. They're very competitive, and sometimes they get crazy over there, but you get a ton of books. You could also visit your local libraries and ask them, hey, do you have a book sale? And a lot of times they won't have it advertised on booksalefinder.com. It'll be a smaller book sale, and you know, you could leave with a whole bunch of books. So garage sales, thrift stores, sourcing on Amazon to then flip on Amazon using eFlip. So go to rakeandprofit.com/eFlip. It's an awesome software that I use to do online arbitrage with books, having books coming to you to then sell on Amazon FBA. It's a great way to find books. Facebook Marketplace, building relationships with libraries, consignment, building relationships with other sellers. Maybe you have a book, an Amazon account where you're, you know, unrestricted in popular textbook. You could sell books for other people or for friends. There's so many ways to find books. So those are some of the most common questions that I get. Best rank to focus on, I would say stay under $1 million. But if you have the money, or at least get a free trial, rakeandprofit.com/ScoutIQ. You get a free, I think, 21-day trial. Try Scout IQ, because instead of focusing on the, you know, 1 million rank or lower, which is really a crappy metric to follow because rank's always changing. I've made tons of money on books that are 2, 3, 4 million rank. Sometimes they don't take as long to sell as the rank would kind of indicate. I love Scout IQ because of the eScore. You get that feel for what that book has done over the last 6 months. You could see, you know, how it's been moving using, graphs such as Keepa. Go to Keepa.com, but eFlip, Scout IQ pulls from the Keepa charts in a sense. I don't know if they work together, but it's like it's a similar thing. Least amount of profit to accept, that's going to depend upon your business model. Do you need to be the lowest price? Absolutely not. There's so many other things to consider, like rank, feedback, condition, how many sellers there are. What's the best scanning app? For me, it's Scout IQ, but you can use Amazon Seller app, which is free as well. And where to source books: thrift stores, garage sales, library sales. Check out booksalefinder.com. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Beast Mode saying recycled content. Hey, you want to know what, brother? There's a lot of people who are coming on this channel who want to learn how to sell books, and they haven't gone through all thousands of my videos. This channel is dedicated to helping people to make money online, whether that's eBay or Amazon and FBA. If I've got to keep repeating the same content over and over again to get it through your head, then that's what I'm going to do. You know, it reminds me of the type of person who shows up to a martial arts class and says, you know, I want to learn. I want to keep learning more moves. I want to learn 10 moves, 15 moves. I want to learn 20 moves. I need to learn all these karate chops and these kicks, and I need to learn all this stuff. And then the master says, hey, it's not about how much you know. It's about mastering a couple moves, right? And it's the same thing with eBay and Amazon. There's so many people, they want the newest piece of content. I want the newest strategy. I want the newest technique, the newest, just tell me something new. No, Get out of your own way, practice the fundamentals, master the basics, and that's how you're gonna make money in this business. It's not learning new stuff every single day. So with that being said, keep on thinking of making that money, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.